A young father is dead, and tonight Mobile police are trying to track down the person who shot him to death.
24-year-old Samuel Anderson was killed on Ralston Road in the midtown area of Mobile about 10 o'clock last night. NBC 15's Christian Jennings was at the house, and investigators returned to gather evidence.
Christian neighbors say this is a quiet street, and they are shocked.
Well, this is just off of Sage Avenue, and you're right. Neighbors are very shaken. They say this is a peaceful street. It certainly wasn't last night. One neighbor told me that she heard at least 2 gunshots, and today police were back here on the scene serving a search warrant. 12 hours after 24-year-old Samuel Anderson was shot and killed at this house on Ralston Road, Mobile homicide detectives were back on the scene, making sure they didn't overlook a single piece of evidence that could lead them to the young man's killer.
We're limited right now on a lot of details that we can go into at this time, but we are currently looking for a person of interest in reference to this case.
They couldn't open the door because his body was blocking the door.
Linda Walton lives across the street and was heartbroken to learn the news.
I hated it more for the children because they were there and they were taking them out the window, I guess because they didn't want them going over that crime scene area.
Kenneth Watts describes the neighborhood as quiet and safe.
It's really strange that somebody got murdered a block down the street from me.
Investigators say the victim didn't live in this house, but the mother of his child does. We asked police for information on a motive and how the person of interest is connected.
We'd rather not say, just because we are still looking for that person of interest. Once we have located him, we can say a little bit more about what's going on.
Police would not tell us the name of the person of interest or whether they were able to get a hold of him today. We will continue checking in with police to find out the latest information on that. If you have any information on this crime, you can always call Crime Stoppers and remain anonymous. Reporting live here in Mobile, Christian Jennings, NBC 15 News.
Jen, thanks. Now, this marks the 36th homicide of the year so far.
And last year's homicide rate was 44. That's the most ever in the